Welcome. So we're going to talk about owning your own place, and this curriculum is about helping you establish your vision and fleshing out the idea of opening your own bar. But the way we phrase it is a world-class bar in your own neighborhood. We're talking about a neighborhood bar, and a bar, not a restaurant. We want to be liquor sales forward. We may have a food component, but we don't lead with it because we are a bar, not a restaurant. And in our own little neighborhood means we've got this nichey little spot. We've got an idea. We maybe have our eye on a property, and we say, you know what will go great there? A tiki bar or an Irish bar or a country bar. You have a vision. We need to make sure that that thing that you want to do is as good as it can possibly be. It needs to be a world-class establishment in your own little neighborhood. We've had the good fortune of being able to travel quite a bit for our day job. We have a couple of different companies, and one of them takes us on a lot of trips around the world. And we love to dip into little out-of-the-way snugs on our business trips. So we're going to do a 10-bar case study of bars we've found that are just doing it right. They are such cool places that we found. We feel so fortunate to be able to go through the doors of these 10 places, but we also took notes. We studied what they were doing. There's something next level about each one of these places. World-class practices. These are the best bars in the world in their own little neighborhood, in their own little way. The best bars in the world give you what you're looking for right when you want it in just the way that you want it. Somehow, somebody put a bar on the corner of the street where you're standing looking left, looking right, and trying to decide which one do we go in. We're going in that one. Well, that's because that bar was put there by somebody who had a plan, had a vision, and they're executing it really, really well. The best bars in the world do more. They give more. They give experience. They're authentic. Authenticity is everything when it comes to standing out and connecting with your potential client that's out on the street deciding if they're going to come through your door. Now, the basics of opening a bar are obvious. You open, you have cocktails for sale, you sell them for a profit. That's the 101 basic idea, right? Well, that's what most bars in the world are doing. What we're talking about is being the kind of establishment that does one layer more, goes up to another dimension, and they bring magic. Whatever the potion is, whatever that thing is, it's not just about being open and selling cocktails. It's about being open and selling cocktails in this magical mystery, mad scientist way that people resonate with. And I think that's just gotten lost in so many places that get caught up in we're open and we're doing our thing and we've gotten lazy, we've gotten complacent, we are what we are, it is what it is, and they just forgot to do that world-class press of effort to say every day when we open, we're going to be remarkable. Great bars graduate past, we sell drinks, come on in, can I take your order? They graduate into a script, okay? We have Nitro Guinness on tap. The bubbles are so beautiful. It's in the right glass. We know what we're about. Do you want one? That is so much more engaging for a customer to hear as they come in the door, as they read your signage, as they see your website, as they look at the posters, that they want a way to relate to you. Get your own thing going and then communicate that to your customer. Get past we sell drinks and into we do very special. Be the place that's easy to tell a story about. Oh, we went to this place. They had this giant pretzel. Oh, yeah, it was really great. The thing that you resonate with is the thing that you remember, is the thing that you talk about, is the thing you tell your friends. So if you can't tell your friends a story about a bar you went to, they can't remark about it, guess what? Then you're not remarkable. Be remarkable so that people can tell stories of what they experienced in your place. No one ever goes home and says, yep, that is the best Coors Light I ever had. That's the one. That's the place. They've got Coors Light figured out. No, because that's a commodity product, right? The way that you distinguish yourself is to find that identity that is one of a kind. So be nichey, narrow, focused, be special, be unique. Okay, let's meet 10 nichey unique bars. They all give you an easy way to tell a story about them. They all stand out in their own way. Let's dive in. Number 1, the Green Parrot in Key West, Florida, is a landmark, and everybody there knows about it. But also, it's like 90% of its business is tourism. They're coming off cruise ships, and it's not easy to get to. It's a bit of a hike from the downtown area of Key West out into the neighborhood where the Green Parrot is. But here's what it looks like from the street. And they're just leading with, we're a bar. Notice something. Notice they don't have it slacked with a bunch of posters. They're not doing 2-for-1 banners. They're not shouting about happy hour. They're not telling you that they have DirecTV Sunday ticket. They are just a bar, and they're open, and they're themselves. So that right there is the baseline that we're talking about. Every bar does this. You're open, and maybe there's some music coming out the window. They need no other reason for existing other than, we're here, come on in. Now, this is where we get into world-class stuff, because next level, when you go in, you're delighted. You're delighted to find that they are so good at being their own thing. So they have this no sniveling culture, and they got it deep. They've got it in their merch. They've got it in their scripts. No sniveling is what this whole bar is about. And it's packed, and it's energetic, and this no sniveling thing is kind of a nod towards you get what you get, and you don't throw a fit. They're embracing being the dive bar. I mean, it's a dive bar, but that just works and resonates with people. That is a next level idea. A regular bar is just open, but this whole no sniveling thing that they're doing, but to take it even a step further, this is their mentality, and this is what I want you to see, and you should have this same kind of mentality in your place. Read off their website. It is a place of hijinks and misadventures, understated kindnesses and everyday miracles. It has seen all manner of human exploits, from poetry slams to divorce celebrations, memorial services, hurricane parties, pet birthday bashes, tattoo contests, fundraising benefits. I mean, this place has now said, we're the lifeblood of this community. And yeah, sure, most of the people who come in the door are tourists off of a cruise ship, but you know, the tourists off the cruise ship love that culture. And now they've embraced it, and now they're a part of it. And now I can say, oh, I've been to the Green Parrot. Oh, you've never been? Well, next time you're in Key West, you need to go to, because I kind of own that now, right? I took it on and bought the hat. My appreciation of the no sniveling thing is very heartfelt, because this place is more than just open for business. They are open, but they are in a world-class state of their own, because they've adopted this whole no sniveling culture. And it works on people, and they take it and they carry it home with them. Now, that taking it and carrying it home with them thing, guess what that is? That's repeat business. That's word of mouth. Just like I said, oh, have you ever been? When you go to Key West, oh, go to the Green Parrot. It's great. Notice I never said anything about, oh, they have the best drinks, or there's something about the way they make a cocktail, or their Bloody Mary. No, it's just go. It's cool. It just works. All right, moving on to bar number 2. We're going to Boston, and we're going to stand on Beacon Street, and we're going to look across the street, and we're going to see EMMETS Pub. Now, EMMETS is an authentic, legit place, and I've been there many times, and I just love the feel of this place. It's very authentic Irish, okay? But that's just existing, right? That's just first level. They're open. They're Irish. But they're doing this thing that's so simple, and I just love, look at the sign. Boston's #1 Irish coffee. They have made it very easy to see why they are special, okay? Why do I want to go into your place? Well, EMMETS has said, you're going to come in here because of Irish coffee. That's the conversation. Now, what's super funny about it is their French onion soup is off the charts. I loved it, and I went there for French onion soup all the time. I never really thought about the Irish coffee thing. Then I go back, and they've plastered this up on the wall. Boston's #1 Irish coffee. And I was like, that is genius, because they're telling people how to be their customer. Now, there's a certain play of percentages here, because maybe on a hot summer day in Boston, you're hiking around, you don't really want an Irish coffee, right? But you still love an Irish pub. And if you look closely in the window, that guy on the violin, there's beautiful Irish music coming out the window. So they've covered their bets by saying we're a great bar. But I love the simplicity of from the street, from the first stage of engaging all the way across the street, I have now got a good reason why I know I should go in there. Be the place that's easy to see why you're special. Okay, remember when we were talking about NICHEY? Okay, NICHEY is the lodge in Chicago. They have free peanuts. Okay. They're open till 4 a.m. Okay. They have a great jukebox, friendly staff, and great drinks. These are all taken. I just took these from the reviews. Okay. Again, they're open. That's first layer stuff. You should be doing these things. They're doing two things really, really well. One, their exterior decor stands out in Chicago. When you're walking the streets of Chicago, everything tends to look like the same thing. Not the lodge. The lodge is its own thing. But then they follow it up, this uniqueness, with two really unique things about their mentality. One is they're open till 4 a.m. I think Saturdays they're even open till 5 a.m. They're open till 4 a.m. in a cheerful way. 3:35 in the morning, the guy's still talking to you. He's telling you stories. He's offering you suggestions on what to do in Chicago. He's engaged. Their bartender staff goes really hard all into the wee hours. But they also, you know when they really shine? In the holidays. The Lodge in Chicago is one of the top 5 bars to go to kick off your holiday spirit. They just decided to own this. The first time we went into the Lodge, it was Christmas time, and we were looking all around like that kid from the infomercial going, it was magical, and we didn't expect it. Now, that doesn't work all year long, but it just shows that you can find something, camp out on it, own it, and do it well. The Lodge in Chicago is one of those stories easily told. So in the world of being niche, you could use gimmicks. Okay, a gimmick is leaning into that thing, that niche suit, like maybe a cult classic movie. No more obvious than Big Lebowski's bar in Reykjavik, Iceland. We stood across the street from this place and trying to figure out, does that say The Dude Abides? And we were like, okay, we like this movie. Let's go check it out. Oh my gosh. Every corner, every detail, every space, every square inch of that bar had been Lebowski'd in some kind of way. Look at the wall. Up above our heads was a sideways on the wall bowling alley. And their drinks, we're not White Russian people. It turns out that we were all trying White Russians. And we just had a great time in this kitschy, goofy, didn't expect it. If you're ever in Reykjavik, Iceland, you need to go and try the peanut butter White Russian. They also have a peanut butter burger. And I don't know if peanut butter was in Lebowski, but that certainly is an authentic, gimmicky way to be memorable. So we're talking about bars that do more than just level 1. Level 1, you're open for business and you're selling cocktails. Level 2, going up, well, Dallas, Texas, THOMPSONS. That level 2, where they're going up a notch, you're going down to a basement. Yes, speakeasy. But here's the thing. Standing outside of Thompson's bookstore, there's a couple layers to this onion, and it's so enjoyable to peel the onion. Oh, that's not a bookstore, that's a bar. And you go inside, they are doing handcraft cocktails, very, very finely made cocktail drinks. But behind that bookcase that you wouldn't even think twice about, you go downstairs, it's so legit, it's so cool. But there isn't this over-the-top, oh, we're a speakeasy and the upstairs is just kind of a false front. No, upstairs, most people go in there, don't realize it's a speakeasy, maybe ever. So when you go, it's really fun to see people just sitting around and not realize they have amazing downstairs. They're not just open, they're amazing. Salty Dog Saloon in Homer, Alaska. Now, what's standout about this? Okay, that cabin was a cabin. It was a post office. They've actually moved it around town a couple of times. Okay, so that's nice. It works, right? That's all labeled. That's all layer 1. That's all just being open, okay? Why would you say I've literally never seen anything like the Salty Dog in Homer, Alaska? Well, once upon a time, a guy wanted to buy a drink for his friend, but he had to leave. So he pinned $1 on the wall. And that became this. Oh my goodness. You talk about oozing with culture, oozing with originality. The Salty Dog Saloon has thousands of dollars on the walls. And it just keeps going. To me, what's remarkable is not the first dollar. It's not the second dollar. It's like the third and fourth and fifth, and then it became a thing. Somehow that perpetuated. Somewhere, somebody said, wait, we're going to make this our thing. This is our next level idea. And I would challenge you to constantly be on the lookout, because a dollar taped on the wall when it first opened is not special. But then you perpetuate special over time, and now you've got this unique originality that cannot be copied. The Halfway House in Edinburgh, Scotland. This is a cute little snug. It's tiny inside. It's the smallest bar in Scotland, I believe. It's halfway up this very long staircase, and it's very cute. And you can go in, but there's really nothing to it. It's just a bar, and you go in there, and just like we say, level 1. You know what they're doing that's level 2 that we just found remarkable? We've been there multiple times, and I swear I remember that place was red. And I was thinking, I thought this place was red. I got on the internet, and it was gray. You know what they're doing? These guys have decided they're just going to paint this place. I love that. That's just so easy, and that stands out, and it just works, and it's so simple it's almost invisible. But I swear that place was red. I'm not crazy. It was. It was just red a couple of years ago. When we were there a couple of months ago, it was beautiful black. What a cool way to stand out. Authenticity in Las Vegas, Nevada is no better demonstrated than in DINO'S, okay? From the outside, you already see, they're open. They've been getting Vegas drunk since 1962. The tagline thing, maybe, right? That's their next level? No, it's not. Well, I think they have a couple of taglines working, right? The Last Neighborhood Bar in Las Vegas and DINO'S Ice Cold Beer. This is level 1 stuff, right? Okay. Why is it authentic? Well, the interior's nothing special. It's not necessarily the cheapest place in town. The location isn't special. It's not convenient. You kind of have to drive to it. The drinks are certainly not special. The service isn't great. So what's so special about DINO'S? Why do you have this in a world-class authenticity?
Take it away, girls.
It's because they are so goddamn good at karaoke. You can't believe it. Hundreds of people wanting to sing normally don't sing. Oh, I would never karaoke. You walk into DINO'S, you're going to karaoke. You're going to shuck your personal shyness at the door, and they just make it so you want to sing. And it's hosted so well. Danny hosts it so professionally. Maybe that's not your thing, but they just claim this DINO'S doesn't care, doesn't need your approval, but you are going to sing. It is a very authentic establishment. Authenticity also goes the other way into you just are doing it so right. Singapore. Where are we?
Singapore.
And what are we doing?
We're going to an Irish pub.
They've got one in every city in the world. So Paige and I own an Irish pub, and we want to find every Irish pub we can all over the world. Now, I could be basically showing you, here's some home movies of when we went to Ireland. They did it so well. Now, there's a lot of argument over what an Irish pub decor has to and can't have. But these guys, Molly Malone's in Singapore, is a really authentic Irish pub experience. And what's so cool is it's just smack dab in the middle of Singapore. The Gilded Unicorn in Spokane, Washington is probably my favorite example of world class in your own little neighborhood, because you could put this bar in any city in the world and they doing what they're doing would work anywhere, because they're just doing it very high end. They're careful with the details. They do everything with care. Now, you're dipping down steps and you're going into the cellar-like environment. So they have combined their expertise at cocktail making with the authentic cool vibes. There's somebody playing a guitar. You're in the cellar. There's cool old art on the wall. It's all one package, expertise and authenticity. The Gilded Unicorn in Spokane is one of those places that's just doing it right. So those are my 10 world-class bars that are doing great things in their own little neighborhood. So what do world-class bars do? Well, they're more than just open for business. They've got that mad scientist magic potion, and they've claimed it, and they've run with it. They've stayed consistent. But they're also very unique, and they're very quick for the customer to get. So we're going to talk about design coming up in the next segment. And then in segment 3, we're going to talk about that bond you make with your customer. But first, you have to have this kind of magic, one-of-a-kind thing. And all 10 of these bars are such good examples that I hope you, in your head, when you're thinking, what kind of bar would I open? Be more than just open. Be open with that mad scientist potion magic that these 10 places have. I really, really think these are the 10 world-class bars in their own little neighborhood.